We've been having some problems with my truck lately, so we've been renting some cars, borrowing some cars. Figured I'd go over this. Recently I drove a 2025 Camry hybrid. That was pretty quick. One thing I didn't like about it is it had too many, everything had to be touchscreen. This one, you got knobs here to go through things. You got fan controls for this. The radio's relatively easy to use. Uses a key fob. So you can start it, just put the brake on. Obviously they all use that. Can't open the trunk unless it's shut off. It's got not digital gauges, analog basically, but they're still controlled with digital motors on them. And that makes it a little easier. The screen is super easy to work with. And unlike the Toyota, there's your presets right there. You don't have to go scrolling through everything. And you can change the radio stations just like that. So that's a big plus. Not a million buttons on the steering wheel, but 500,000. You can open up the trunk from inside. You can, this is kind of cool, mechanical fuel door, so you have no issues with electronics to pop it open. Hood pops open that way. In case you have a problem where you can't, the battery dies or something, you have to push the car neutral. You got a spot to remove that. It's got a decent sized glove box. Overhead lights, you can change them. The seats are really comfortable. Sorry, we're in a little bit in the light. And me being 6 foot, so focus. I have room still to go with this. Almost, yeah, I'm done with the room, but 6 foot, no problem fitting in there. The armrest is where you need it. It's got lane assist, so if you get too close to someone, it'll warn you. It's got a backup camera as soon as you put it in reverse. If you like that thing, there she is. Hard to see the light. There's a lot of room in the back, I think. Screw's a little mess. Back seats come down only from the trunk though. I don't like that, but that's fine. Seats are comfortable. There's actually leg room down in here. Now, if we move, and there's headroom in there too. Now, if we move to the trunk area, it's got some decent trunk area. These are your trunk removers. This is a 2024 Altima, if I didn't say. You got jack and there, and you got a spare tire. You definitely want a spare tire. I don't like cars without that. What are you gonna do on the side of the road and you're in the middle of nowhere? Tires are 215/55 series. That's the height. 17. The height, that's a percentage of the width. So they have a little height on them, so you can hit bumps and not break the tires, and it gives you a little suspension, little less shock than those stiff tires. What I kind of like, I've never worked on one of these before. The only bad thing I don't like is the CVT transmissions. I think this still has one. I think they're getting better every year, but Nissan is not known for transmissions. Battery's super easy to change. Fuses should be here. Computer's super easy to get to, right there. Coil packs, super easy to get to. And obviously the spark plugs are there. The alternator is right there, so that looks pretty easy to get to. I'm not sure on the bottom bolt. The air compressor is right there, so AC doesn't look too hard to get to. AC refill port is here, so I like that. You can definitely get to the accident sensor, there's that rear one, pretty easily. There's a little room to work in there. Usually 4 cylinders are pretty easy. There's the ABS pump. Doesn't look too bad, at least it's not going to get full of rust being up there. Brake reservoir, obviously they're easy to get to. Coolant and stuff. So overall, I think it's not too bad to do simple maintenance on it. So the cons are it's got CVT transmission most likely. And then also, it's not fast, but the Toyota Camry was very fast. But this one still ain't bad, so I would definitely, if you just need someone to get gas mileage, I did probably 150 miles over the past day or two, and it only used 5 gallons of gas. And this is a little bit bigger than the Sentra, and I probably have more room to work on because of that, but overall it's not a bad car, and hopefully you get a kick out of this. This is my review. I normally don't review new things. I don't like them too much. This one isn't bad. Thank you for watching.